Our attention today is on Rufford Abbey. An abbey is a group of buildings serving the needs of a religious community. Now, this is something I didn't know how to look for it. So, Rufford Abbey tells us that this had something to do with a religious community. So, let's look into the history of Rufford Abbey. Just a little bit of history. The Earl of Lincoln found the Cistercian Abbey of St. Mary the Virgin in 1146. So starting from right here, this is the main entrance to Rufford Abbey. And we're slowly getting inside the abbey. The monks here were known as white monks. Remember, we're talking about a religious community. They were known as white monks as they preferred undyed wool and lived on prayers and hard work. So this is what religious leaders do. Rufford Abbey was wealthy and sustained its community of monks until the suppression in 1536. So now look at this massive acres and acres of land. In another video, I had mentioned how many acres of land. Not in this particular video. In 1536, Henry VIII dissolved the monasteries in England. And Rufford Abbey was one of the first to be affected by the suppression of monasteries, when it was granted to John Talbot, who was the 4th Earl of Shrewsbury. So it was a monastery, then known as an abbey, still known as an abbey. And then it was suppressed because Henry VIII said all monasteries should be closed. And then it was given over to Talbot, George Talbot, who was then the 4th Earl of Shrewsbury. So when you really look into the history of this place, you will get to know more about these people. Later in 1626, the estate had passed down many generations to Mary Talbot. Remember, it was George Talbot who had the place in the first place from the monastery. So Mary Talbot's sister, she was the sister to the 7th and the 8th Earls of Shrewsbury, who then passed it on to her husband George Savile. So Mary Talbot's sister, the 7th and the 8th Earls of Shrewsbury, was given this property. She then passed it on to her husband, who is then known as George Savile. Now, when you do visit Rufford Abbey, all you'll be hearing mostly is Savile. So that's the history of how it got to the Savile family. William, who was George's successor, or made Rufford Abbey the Savile family home, because now it had been passed on to them through marriage, until in 1938, when it was passed down to a minor, and then the estate was split. It was split into different parts and then sold by the trustees of the minor. The abbey and the park were later bought by Nottingham County Council in 1952, while parts of it were demolished and remaining parts were given to the Ministry of Works. So today it is a country park and it is open to the public. So this was what got my interest in this place. Now, you come and visit this place. There's so much to see and so much to do. It is such an amazingly beautiful country park. And in the clip you just saw earlier, the English heritage is actually involved in this park. Now, the whole of this building that you see in this clip is currently under renovation, and that's what the English Heritage Van was there doing, overseeing the work that was going on because it is a property that belongs to the English heritage. And so this amazing building belongs to English heritage, while the park itself belonged to Nottinghamshire County Council. That's what's happened over generations of years and years of care, now has been handed down to the public. So while this renovation is going on, when it's done, it will be open to the public. We don't know what's going to be, if it's going to be, some little tokens to go in, or it will be open free of charge. But at the moment, the park is open to the public free of charge. You only have to pay a parking ticket. So the various things you could see in this park include woodland. There's so much woodland in this park. There's lots and lots of places to walk on. There's the massive lake, which you're going to see in a later clip, which I had actually put up much earlier in another video, but I just put a clip of it in here for you to see. There's archery, there's boating, which you can rent a boat in that lake and have a ride around. There's golf, you can row the boat, talked about the boat. And there's adventure play area for children, so much out there. Again, I've done lots of videos on that, which I put up. There are shrubs, and there's a garden for fruit trees, which I had not seen around in this country for such a long time. I mean, most of the time when I need fruit trees, I just order them online, but this time I actually saw them live. So you're going to see a clip on that. This is such an amazing place to come, just generally relax and enjoy nature at its best. So, how to get to Rufford Abbey? By car, going towards Sherwood Forest. So if you love Sherwood Forest, which is one of the biggest ones, again, I will show that again in another video. This is a clip on the, fruit trees. If you love Sherwood Forest, one of my favorite forests in Nottinghamshire, remember Robin Hood? On the way going to Sherwood Forest is where you're going to find Rufford Abbey. So the car will be going towards Sherwood Forest, and then it's just on the way. You can get to Rufford Abbey by train to Newark, another city in Nottinghamshire, or a town in Nottinghamshire, or Mansfield. And you can get to Rufford Abbey by bus. Get to Nottingham, use a bus 33 to Worksop, that's a town, a little village called Worksop, or you use the Sherwood Red Arrow from Nottingham to New Ollerton, and then there's a bus stop right in front of the Abbey. Again, there are so many ways you can get here. All you have to do is just research it online how to get to Rufford Abbey. But I've given you a glimpse of what this amazing place is. And part of what Cover Tourism is doing is just bringing places alive, historical places alive, historical cities alive. This is the lake in Rufford Abbey. Historical places alive, historical towns alive, historical buildings alive, historical monasteries and castles and anything that brings amazing places alive. That's part of what we do here. So we just want to keep you informed about places to go and see, places to get comfortable with, places to go and have fun, places to familiarize yourself with. Don't just travel for the sake of it. Travel because you want to have fun, because you want to see something new, because you're excited you've heard about a place you want to see for yourself. These are the things we do. So, welcome to Rufford Abbey, and we hope to see you in the next place, the next amazing place, very, very soon. Thank you for staying with us. Share our video with your friends. We like to get everyone informed about life. Go out and see the world.